Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salawat ala Rasulihil Kareem. Going through the pages of Islamic history, we come across many great rulers. One of them was King Tubba. King Tubba lived approximately 1,000 years before Hijri. He was a devout Muslim from the Ahl Kitab. Once, King Tubba, along with a huge contingent of his army, traveled throughout his land. Along with him were approximately 4,000 ulama. At some point, he came to a part of the Arabian desert and he asked the people what was the name of this area. None of them seemed to know except one particular alim, the most learned amongst them. He said that this was a place known as Yathrib. The final messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whom they were expecting, would emigrate to this land of Yathrib, and his blessed grave, his Roza Sharif, would be in Yathrib. King Tubba was really inspired by this, so much so that he stopped and he built 400 houses in Yathrib. After building these 400 houses, he selected 400 of his choicest ulama and asked them to settle here with their families. One of the houses he built extra special. He made it a double-storied house. And he asked the most learned alim to live in that particular house. In this way, King Tubba was preparing the community of Yathrib for the coming of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. King Tubba then wrote a letter, gave the letter to the most learned alim, and told the most learned alim that this letter is for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If he should meet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then he should give this letter to him. If not, then he should pass this letter on generation after generation until they meet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. King Tubba wrote in this letter that to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I believe in you, I accept you. And he also put a request. He asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to include him in his ummah. Approximately 1,000 years later, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did emigrate to Yathrib. The name was then changed to Madinatul Munawwara. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam emigrated, he lived at the house of Sahabi Abu Ayyub Ansari radiallahu anhu. This was the double-storied house that Tubba had built. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Sahabi Abu Ayyub for the letter. He read out the letter and he told the people, indeed, Tubba is a Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had accepted him as an ummati. Alhamdulillah, we are blessed in this day and age to be amongst the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not by any of our great actions, but just the sheer mercy of Allah. But let us look at Tubba. Let us look at his dedication to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He heard the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam would settle in this land of Yathrib. He built 400 houses. He sacrificed his time. He sacrificed his wealth. 400 houses is a huge number of houses, and he dedicated it for the sake of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All he wanted, his special request was to be an ummati. Alhamdulillah, we're blessed with this, without building any houses, but we can do as Tubba did. We can dedicate ourselves sincerely to the service of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So let this serve as a great lesson to us, the ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, dedicated to his service. Until we meet again, fi amanillah.